Okay. Please introduce yourself and say what you do.
I'm Polly Morgan and I'm an artist.
What is your happy place?
My happy place is my studio. It's where I go to work, but to kind of escape as well. And I just find it's a really meditative place to be. It's where I have my ideas and where I execute my ideas.
How did this come to be your happy place?
Well, building up a studio is quite a kind of slow process of accumulating various bits of kit that you need to make your work. So I guess it's it gets better. The more time that I've spent as an artist, the better the studio's got for me, really, because I have so many materials. I've got the tools and paints and casting materials and workbenches, and I'm slowly kind of setting it up, and freezers for the animals I work with. So I'm slowly setting it up to be the perfect place to create stuff.
What do you do in your happy place?
It's where my ideas become a reality, I guess. I think what I really like about making art, is the same reason I like cooking, is I get to see the fruits of my labours. So I think it's very psychologically satisfying to know that you have produced something that day or that week. I think it's very important to people, just for human nature, to see the latest in them. And that's what I do down there. How
do you feel when you're in your happy place?
I feel very differently. It's not always a happy place, actually. It is the place where I most like to be, but it can be a place where I'm very frustrated and very stressed. Like if I've got an idea that I'm trying to execute and it's just not working out, often I will make the same thing and just chuck it out because it's not working. So it can be. I get the whole gamut of emotions down there, really, from like frustration because I can't think of something to euphoria because finally it's come together.
Why do you need a happy place?
I think everyone needs somewhere where they can just go, and some people go and sit quietly and meditate. Some people, it's just everyone needs time to themselves to kind of process their thoughts, and I guess I feel very lucky that has become part of my work, so that I can go to work and be happy.
If you had to describe your happy place in 3 words, what would they be?
Isolated, meditative and productive.
Nice. Can you give us an example of a situation where your happy place made you feel better or more inspired?
Well, recently, during the pandemic, there's been, obviously everyone's lives have turned upside down a little bit, and I had 2 young children at home, which could be very fun at times, but it was also quite hard work, and it was really, I felt really lucky that my studio was in the same place as my home, because I got to kind of retreat there sometimes and felt like a kind of decompression chamber. After being with the kids, rattling around for hours, I'd go down there and sometimes just sit quietly and let thoughts come in. Yeah, that's been the most recent one.
Nice. Okay, last question. For so many reasons, 2020 has been such a tough year. How important is it to build up your emotional resilience, and how can we do this?
So I think for me, building up emotional resilience involved lowering my expectations. I think it's really, I realise that the root of a lot of my frustration comes from wanting to achieve more or do more than is possible in that day. And as soon as I lowered my expectations and I thought this isn't necessarily going to happen, that's not maybe going to happen, all of these things that I thought I had planned, you let go of those, and then you just think in the moment and try to just readjust your expectations entirely. I think at that point you can be happy with what you have.